Hey y'all, how goes it? Yeah, sure, you can use the tablet for a few minutes. Need me to unlock it?
Yeah.
Alright, bring it here. Let me unlock my kiddo's tablet. My tablet, technically, but
I was just about to say your tablet.
there you go.
And
So, alright, kill this light, get the other two on. I have been talking to Chris today, and we're gonna make traumashirts.com a thing. Technically, we already did. And we're thinking up a whole new line of shirts. Like, Bane breaking Batman's back. Batman breaking Bane's back. I survived the snip. I don't feel so good, mister. Y'all got yourselves to blame. You went and bought a bunch of them. All right. Morning. How y'all doing? We're going to make some tea, have some medicine, and work on the oven stuff. To be precise, I'm going to get some water right now, take a medicine. H2O. Working on steak rice bowl myself. Hey, there you go. So we're going to be live until my pork belly is done to see how it turns out. I debated pulling it out early and starting the process without y'all. And I was like, I kind of want the reaction of how I think what it's going to look like. Because when I went and put salt on it last night, I was like, that looks and smells fine. But let's put more salt on it just in case. Cover it all. And right now we're going to pull it out. And we're going to scrape some salt off. Gotta clean this whole area too. Ryu is going to also go grab some milk and some OJ for today and try to get some discount pastries. So here's our experiment. This thing has been in the fridge for close to 48 hours, right? Looks fine. Looks kind of smells. Doesn't help that I've kind of clogged up. It doesn't smell bad. It doesn't smell like bad meat smells. It smells like aged meat smells. If you know what aged meat smells, it's got like that funky smell, but not like a bad funk. Jeremy, remove the skin. But the beef tongue? Yeah, you probably should. Same people who don't. Now this part has been covered. It does not smell as good as the other one, but it also doesn't smell bad. It smells like rested meat smells. And again, I'm trying to sniff through a sniffer that doesn't want to sniff. So I'm going to blow my nose real quick. After they've sat, because if they still smell after sitting and away from their containers, that's a different issue. Got some dishes to do today. Yeah. Smells like pork. This one smells better, but it was covered in more salt. All right, here's the dealio. I need to remove some of the salt. So we're just going to scrape the top remove some of that salt crust. Now, I know a lot of people go, hey, you should cook with it. Speaking from experience, don't fucking cook with it. Just scrape some of the shit off. I mean, you can scrape it off after you cooked with it, too. But, like, whoa. Whoa. It was a bit much. It was a. I can tell by looking, there's no slime. Yeah, there's no slime. It's like just juice, not slime. What? What, child of mine? Lock up. Okay, turn off the Wi-Fi and turn the Wi-Fi back on. All you got to do. I didn't realize there wasn't enough water in there. I'm just gonna offer my spouse some tea, I guess.
You make me the tea.
I've got just enough water for a smaller glass of tea. Not really enough for a full glass.
Okay, wait, what about my metal?
I already cleaned it, but come here.
Okay.
Oh, never mind. I've got a full glass. You gotta go ask Mama. And I promised Mama tea. So you gotta ask Mama about tea. Alright. I gotta clean my little tea infuser while the water cools down a notch. No, just like dry age, you throw away the fat or salt, you aged it in, it's basically bad. I didn't sleep well, so it's like 2 a.m. tea leaves. I'm not really too concerned about it. All right, we're gonna get some energetic tea.
Not working.
Did you reconnect? Turned off the Wi-Fi, turned the Wi-Fi back on? Now, why don't you finish getting ready for school? Instead of,
Oh, there it goes.
never mind. Never mind. I'm aware you don't want to go to school. We'll finish making tea, then we'll finish making our other stuff and get stuff clean for rice and blah, 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 blah. All right. You know, when I let something dry age, wash it after all the time. Should I wash it? Should I wash the salt? I haven't seen that as a step. I saw the, like, you can scrape the salt off, but never anything about the other thing. Yeah, my kiddos are back to school already. I've got $159 in school fees for Raven, because they're smart and they got into like honors AP type classes. So I got to pay for those, and then they had a drawing class. Got to pay for that, and then both kids need lunch money for the year. Now Tobias is currently okay with lunch. He's got at least a little bit. He had $20 in there, and not a whole lot has been spent. There we go. Where's my little lid? There it is. We're gonna bring this over. And there's my lid. I got a little lid. Let's put that on there while we get the other thing ready. All right. Now, maybe somebody who's made this before can let me know. I keep seeing people use this big old thing and wrap it in a foil, or they use one that fits. I don't have one that fits. But if I wrapped it in foil, wouldn't putting it on a flat sheet work just the same? Or is it something about the air circulating in here that helps to fry that properly? I'm not 100%, by the way. I'm okay enough to cook. We're going to have some tea. open up my sinuses. If I feel I need to take some Dayquil, I'll take some Dayquil.
Did I realize?
No.
What?
My kid woke up with swollen eye thanks to a bug bite. Oh, that fucking sucks.
Why can't I be at school?
It's not allowed. Plus, that thing's really fucking expensive. I'm not letting you take it to school.
What do you mean it's not allowed?
I mean, it's not allowed. Not that type of cup. I think you have to have like a see-through. All right. What's my bad? My bad. I don't know what you're talking about. My bad, Jeremy. All right. Bye-bye.
Okay. All I need is a flavoring.
And we're gonna try this other one. Now again, smells okay. This one doesn't have nearly as much salt on it though, but it was covered too. That's the difference. It was actually covered, but it's not as dry. I will say that. This one is not nearly as dry. Understandable considering it wasn't covered. In a meat room, you sometimes do, but you do not have a clean. You don't wash the raw meat for safety. Yeah. Like I've seen people do it, but I'm like, I've never done that in culinary. Like I'll rinse it off after I've opened it, but if I've salted it, seasoned it, or something like that, I've never, other than like maybe scraping some of it off, I've never washed it afterwards. I've seen people do it. But I'm like, I don't know. Feels weird. I forgot to put the temp. Now here's the cool thing. I learned something really cool. If you're making something, right? If you're making something in the oven and it takes longer than 20 minutes, just put it in the oven. Put it in the oven right away. But if it takes less than 20 minutes, let the oven warm up. That little bit of time is not going to affect it negatively. You should have been a cook. I agree. Everyone should be a cook. All right. I gotta clean this area up, but I also need to take a moment. We're gonna see if the allergy meds will cover the ick. We're gonna go. Kiddo's got the spot that I would normally sit in, so we're just gonna go sit down in our normal spot for a moment and drink some tea. And tell you what everything is. What's up?
Little flavoring things for those.
No, not at the moment. Well, blue raspberry or mixed berry.
Mixed berry.
Okay. There you go, Kev.
It's right there.
No, it was up top.
No.
Morning, Dragon.
This.
Oh. Oh well.
You have to throw it at me.
Wait a little bit. Ooh, that smells. Well, I got the tea today is passion berry gold, and that's a raspberry passion fruit. I'm not a huge fan of raspberry. That's gonna wake me up because I don't like the taste. Good morning. I'm not gonna do the whole thing. It's early, and I'm gonna upset everyone. I'm gonna have a meat lover's breakfast bowl for breakfast. Too tired to think of anything else. Hey, there you go. If I wanted to, I could just do other stuff, but I have to. What?
No.
Okay. Yeah, you gotta suck it. Takes a lot. No, don't tilt it. There you go. My lid acts as a little tea cozy for this thing, so it drains in there, and I can just pour the tea back in there. And what I did is I put sugar on top of my tea before I put my tea in there, or if I had put my tea before my water, done the same thing. And that way, my sugar is melted and incorporated. You've got food, and I even already they haven't donated to give you food today. You're getting fat. Got to do some more exercises. As always, $25. And I'll give my cats treats. Although I will say right now, one of them, that belly's starting to go. This is Optimus. I can't do it. It's fucking too early in the morning, guys. Let me get some stuff here. Acme treat, yes, the Acme treat. I'm gonna clean up over here while I'm over here for a moment. But yeah, we will. I'll be live for the entire time that thing's cooking, so that's going to take 2 hours at minimum. It sometimes suggests a little bit longer, but it's supposed to be 2 hours at 200, and then 15 minutes at 500, which is broil. 500 or broil, whichever one it is, and that's what I'll do. I'm just concerned that every time I've done broil, I've killed my light bulb. Jeremy, $5 to feed the kittens if anyone else joins in. Remember, at the halfway point, I feed it goes Killer his extra food. He wants you to wear it. Well, yeah, it doesn't have our logo on it, so I hope it heals quickly, Slayer. I can't today, but thank you for starting. I'll say this: if it was a bug bite, depending on what type of bug, it should be okay. The goats are eating the merch again. What I like about this cup is when it's not hot, because right now it's really hot. So when it's really hot, I can hold it like this. Hold it like this, however my hand feels like that day. What I like is I can put all 3 fingers down and kind of go like that, and it just kind of naturally rests there. But I like this even more, and I like this the best. But that's hot right now, so that hurts. So I just pick it up like this and sip. When you have arthritis, being able to just lift things with the base of your hand is really nice. Got the perfect amount of sugar. Hey, Meat Puppet, how goes it? Looks like a bug bit him near the eye during sleep. As long as it wasn't in the eye, you're probably fine. Realistically, you're probably fine. Oh. I don't know if I can do pinky out, to be honest. No. There we go. Pinky out. Praying my arthritis doesn't spread to my hands. No, that fucking sucks, man. Saving the seeds from the spaghetti squash to grow your own next year. That's the way to go. I have tossed a lot of veggies out in the back, and at the old house before we left, the amount of vegetables that were growing when we went to go leave.
Hurry. Let me. Backpack.
It's on zip, buddy. You gotta zip it up.
Let me.
should have been ready by now, kiddo. That's the problem. I'm not going to be able to allow you to watch cartoons and stuff if you can't start getting ready. I know. Leave that here. Remember, you just gotta suck. You can't just tilt it. The reason why I didn't start using. That's the reason why I don't use that one much.
Right.
No, it's just annoying. Hey. No, man, Logan. No, having arthritis when you're young is the worst. It's not the worst thing, but I mean, like, it sucks. All right, everyone. Besides pork and rice, besides the grilled pork belly and rice, which, we got to go and clean some stuff and start the rice here in a minute. What else should we have? What else should we have? I've got bento flakes, so we'll have that with the rice. I could do an egg. Some people do like a raw egg with it, with fresh cooked rice, and mix it up. Nothing wrong with that because the rice will par cook the egg if it's fresh enough. And the way I have because my mom's horse shoots me twice a day. No, I've had it since I was a kid. I've had issues my whole life. I've dealt with pain for so long. I like to say that I don't remember what it's like not to be in pain. And although that is partially true, thanks to the wonder of medicine, it's no longer completely true. Because most of the medicine I took before what I take now, which, as you guys know, is cannabis. I couldn't remember. Like, if I passed out, I did not remember stuff. But cannabis is unique in that, like, it can help me with the pain completely, and I'll remember, which is nice. Which part of me is like, now I know what it's like to not be in pain. It kind of sucks when I am in pain even more because I'm like, I don't want to be in pain even more. But cannabis is not addictive or has addictive qualities. If you have an addictive personality and you get addicted on like anything, well, then yeah. But 90% of people, I think 99 actually, because there's an actual statistic for it, will not get addicted unless it's laced with other stuff. So, Levi M says Billy Dragon. Sorry, people suck bad. It's for people. People can be people. We're gonna wash our two pans here. So come out of this. Need more turmeric. Yeah, plenty of that. I've got a whole bottle downstairs. I keep that on stock. I do not go through that fast enough. The 2-hour marker would be, if you're putting that in, 8, 9, about 9:30. I want to stay alive the whole time, but like kind of depends on the situation because kiddos get out of school early today too. Hey, killer! A cat in the window begging for food, despite the fact that I know that he just got fed. Place to hang this right now. Okay. I'm trying to be patient, but damn, my allergies are killing me. I think we're gonna go take a half dose of Dayquil so things kick in a little bit quicker. Also, I just kind of feel shitty. So that's what we're gonna do real quick. Process it in the bedroom, so I can real quick go grab the Dayquil and get myself some. I don't want to needlessly suffer. Hey. That'll kick in quicker. Then we're gonna go keep cleaning and start some rice. That way we'll have some rice. And then we will kind of take things from there. There's some rice and eggs. Pork belly, that sounds good to me. Jealous of anyone who can take Dayquil without getting knocked out. Okay, NyQuil will knock me out. Dayquil does not. Dayquil is not supposed to knock you out. It has things to prevent that. It lacks the thing that NyQuil does. If it does knock you out, it's probably the 5 milligrams of histamine or whatever it is that's for your nose. In which case, there's other versions out there that has like an alternative to that thing. You started lunch and now you get to I started the wrong meal. All right. We need to clean up around here. I gotta stop buying tea. It's a bunch of wasted plastic. That's why I went back to making it, to be honest. In the spring, we're planting mulberry bush or two as well. Next spring? Yeah. No idea what popped on my thing. I just got a notification of some kind. Dump all the rice that the kid made a mess of. There we go. Give it a small wipe. Keeping the water out of the electronic area. Go back clean. Rarely get sick, but I get sick all the damn time. I hate it. Rarely get sick when I do. I have a mixture of whiskey, cold medicine, and cayenne pepper in a small. I don't do alcohol. Says the guy who just drank a tiny bit of alcohol called Dayquil. That's like the only stuff I take, and I don't like it. I can't take anything with a C minimum in it. It started lunch. I started lunch, so I'll be ready by noon. Jeremy, I can't highlight that comment. I hope you understand why. My breakfast is chicken sandwich. I've been like this since I can remember. I will say, get that person help. Somebody who's been down that route. Not great. Not great at all. A very slippery slope to be on. I'm sure this is clean. I can clean the lid. I don't think much. Yeah, it's clean the lid, but not anything else of the rice maker. Oh, we pop the lid out. Even quick wash to put it back. Technically, it should be. There we go. Alright. That too. Alright, let's grab some rice. My rice dispenser got slightly stuck. Usually have another cup. Measure it that way. One of my peppers that I use to keep the lid out of my rice. Technically speaking, I always have some pepper seeds in my rice because of this. I find that funny. My rice is always a tiny bit on the spicy side. Afternoon, Stephen. How you doing? If I'm correct, it's afternoon for you. Yes, it is. All right. Let's wash some rice. I'm gonna bring you guys over here while we wash. By the way, Kitty in the window. I know we've got a few more people in here again. Kitty in the window is begging for food. You guys have the option to give him treats. He's already had food. And they should have food. They might not have been fed yet. If they haven't been fed yet, I obviously can't give him a treat. We're at $5 so far for the extra treat. Rice water is great for your hair, by the way. First rinse of rice, great for your hair. Set that to the side for a second. Why don't we go double check? Hope you have a good sleep. We need a kitty permanent stream for cat treat. I don't know where I would even set that stream up, and it'd have to be on my personal channel, not on the Own Supports channel. I am thinking of doing a music stream on my channel, but I like the idea of having my own music to listen to whenever I feel like it. But it's just mine, but I share it with everyone. And there's a lot of copyright-free music and public domain music and royalty-free music. Although I'm not an expert in mixing music, I could probably mix some of the public domain royalty-free stuff, tweak it up a little bit. Kitties did not eat all your food the other day. They have not had food yet. Now they usually don't eat until about 8:30. So it's 7:45. They can be patient. Tell you what, I'm gonna stick this out for the outdoor kitties because they'll finish this off. they'll dig into this dry stuff. Let's give you a little water in the stuff. Make it a little bit easier. I love how I've been outside and this bastard is just waiting for an extra treat. Why doesn't instant rice taste as good? Yeah, the parboiling. Move out of the way. Somebody's limping out there in their car. And I'm up. Hey, bye-bye. It's Max. Mwah. He likes donuts. Had a donut last night and he decided that he wanted some of it. I only ate like 2 bites of it and then he was done. And then I had another cat decide that they wanted a couple bites and then they were done. Get the bright pink. Figured I out. What do you mean by parboiling? Pre-cooked. Think of it as like you cook it part way. These have seen better. But you know, some water. Do I need to make the rice perfectly clear? No. Am I going to give it about 4 or 5 rinses? Anyways. Yeah, listen. One of the things that does make your instant rice taste better, believe it or not, is wash it. Not with soap, obviously, but you know, do what we're doing here. Rinse your rice off. Get that extra starch off. And then go ahead and follow directions that it calls for. And you'd be surprised on how much that improves the taste. There we go. That's better looking. Because that cloudy water, although that's not nearly as cloudy as what you pull off of instant rice and stuff, that cloudy water affects the taste by that. If I remember right, it's actually going to be too much rice. It's kind of close. Bet you anything, my rice is going to be a little bit dry though if I cook it right now. You know what we're doing? I'm going to pull out about a handful and a half. And a little bit more water. That should be good. All right. Go sit down for a moment because my back hurts. We got our rice on. I'm going to sit down for a moment. Move our tea to a more comfortable spot. We're going to sip on some tea, chat, wake up a little bit. Oh, goodness me. By the way, I hung a picture up. I buy instant rice from my mother. Whoa. How the fuck do you manage that? God damn it, cat. Do that. Across the middle there on one fucking. There. Now it's uneven here. There. Bastard. Oh, goodness. What were you saying? Debbie, you were saying you buy instant rice for your mother-in-law, and when I have to cook food for dogs, I cook for the humans in the house, and I use the long cook stuff, especially for casseroles. Is it morning? Good. Maybe also my back hurts. Yeah. Extra rice means fried rice. Jasmine rice is good bean rice. Very much. I don't know why I didn't think that would have partially cooked the instant rice. Morning. Back away from the animal, and I'm talking to the kid. Hey, Frodo. You gonna join us? Yeah. You want belly pets? She's a. Oh, no more. She likes being pet on the. I can touch my face again in 3 hours. Well, there you go. Alrighty. This should have cooled down enough that I can hold it the way I like, which is like these. I don't like raspberry. I don't like the other. I don't mind the other stuff in it, but that raspberry, I'm just not a fan of raspberry. Never been, probably never will be. Tried raspberry jam. I've tried raspberry pie. I've tried raspberry tea. I've tried fresh raspberries. I don't even like fresh raspberries. I just plain old don't like raspberry. With that being said, I don't mind elderberry, but I don't like it very much either. You had Botox for your teeth yesterday, and Botox for your teeth? I did not know that was a thing. What? You got me searching up stuff now. So, for teeth grinding? For grinding teeth? Can be an effective treatment for teeth grinding, particularly for those who don't find relief with traditional methods like mouth guards. It works by relaxing the muscles in the jaw that are responsible for clenching and grinding, thus reducing the frequency and intensities of these actions. The effects of Botox injections can last several months, and repeated treatments can help train the muscles to relax, potentially extending the time between injections. Wow. Studies have shown it to be an effective treatment for Botoxism, particularly for those who haven't found relief with other methods. That's interesting. And will insurance cover it? They rarely do, considering it's a cosmetic or elective procedure. Damn, that must have been fucking expensive. Fuck. Oh, here I am bitching about my bills that I've got to pay for my kids to go to school, and God, you need that. That's for your teeth and whatnot. Don't get me wrong, my kids are going to school, and like the school isn't going to stop them from taking those classes. But they are going to start bitching if I don't pay this stuff. My kiddo took the last $4. My oldest took the last $4 I had in cash, so that they could go grab something. I hope that they took breakfast because they were supposed to take breakfast today. It's covered, not the chiropractor is cheap. You don't like raspberries more for me. By all means. Oh, I want to get back up, but I got to get back up. I got to go do some more cleaning. I got a pork belly plus rice is a good combo. Digging out the bento flakes for it will be good. And then a side egg, maybe? Maybe a fried egg. Boiled egg, parboiled egg would be really nice, but I don't have the patience for that. Over easy egg, I probably don't have the patience for either, to be honest. I have broken teeth. They're all also grounded down to the nerves. Oof. Oof. No. I gotta take care of the teeth I've got. Trade the onions for the raspberries? If I had raspberries to give you, I would. I don't have raspberries. Make a breakfast burger. Can't really do that. There's not much point to make a breakfast burger right now with everything else that I'm making. Like that's a bit much. We need something to go with it that isn't like adding too much. Like the pork is its own thing. Now, if the pork turns out crappy, as long as it's safe to eat, I'm still gonna eat it. And it smelled perfectly fine. Like I said, there was no slime. It didn't smell bad. It smelled like aged meat. Like when you leave a steak to marinate, something like that. It either smells like the marinade or it smells like older meat. I like raspberry, but must watch how much I eat. I'm borderline allergic to them. Grinding my teeth isn't an issue. Kidney failure destroyed them to the point I can't even brush them. I have a very large disability community within my. We have so many people that are like, we've been there. We know this. We feel this. Although a breakfast burger sounds kind of nice. Just not right now. Probably what we're going to have tonight. We're going to have smash burgers tonight because I didn't get cooked yesterday. And I'm not cooking because I wasn't supposed to cook. I'm still not going to cook. I'm still going to be like, y'all have a recipe. Everything's set up for you. You can cook. I don't feel like cooking. Still not 100%. I can eat food. Not 100%. I made to order food. I don't like ordering. Just barely paid off that credit card just to put like another $50 on it. Like I'll pay it off when I get paid, but put money to that I didn't have in order to lower the payments on it, so we'd actually start paying it off. That's funny. I mean, it's not, but it is. Oh my goodness. It's supposed to be energetic tea. Come on now, wake me up. I know I need a nap. I did not sleep very well. I was like really bad sleep last night. I don't feel like I slept. It's part of it. I'm gonna eat other Pop-Tart from yesterday. I'm waiting for milk. Milk. Not Chris getting on my case about how I pronounce things every time we're live. Ah. Start telling people to kick him in the shin. Have my kid come down and make fun of him. I'm gonna make fun of how you speak. I'm gonna make fun of your head. That's how we know we like each other and we get along. We're mean to each other. First serious elective medical expense was I start making money consistently is going to be implants. I have to wear a night guard, not for grinding. If I don't have it and when I sleep, I stop breathing. So the guard breaking is painful, but it also stops breathing. So learning what's wrong sucks. I don't think Chris understands how much your moving has affected your accents. He has a typical damn Yankee accent. He lives in the place where he would have the thicker accent. No, what happened is the going live as much as I have and like just like letting the accent slip and just kind of rolling with it. Chris has seen it. It was like I just stopped caring. There was a point, you can hear it right now, where I consciously made sure that I spoke in a more clear and precise manner because I was doing customer service. And when you do customer service, you know, these accents where you kind of just let them slip and kind of do things, they ain't great. Especially because if you can't be understood and you got to keep repeating yourself, it increases your time. And that's not great. That's me slipping in between different accents. But like being conscious about how I speak, not so much. Am I awake now? No. It takes me a while. Also, whoever's on the bot that's on Twitch, go away. Gotta get up. Go give the damn fatty some more food. We're gonna let that sit for a minute. All right. All right. All right. All right. Let's move the TV on over. Go grab those bowls. Grab a can of food. See if I can get him to come back up here. Yeah, it's always Steven spoiling the cats. He always pitches in something. Usually he covers a good chunk of it. Steven is vicariously being a pet owner through us. Do you have pets, Steven? Never pop onto the machines. They have like live stream machines where you can feed the wild cats, and it's really sad because like you pay a lot for like a little treat. Cats get a little tiny bit of food, and they're like, "Oh, it goes to this," and it's like statistically proven that like most of it goes in the pocket of the people who do that. Oh, you're over there eating. I don't think you guys are gonna get to watch him today. He's here. We're gonna set it up here. Give me a second. I'll be right back. the indoor kitty bowl. Hey. You guys all love the gushing on the cats. Let's go ahead and get the indoor kitties their food set up. I'll feed the outdoor kitties. There, those I might still let my spell sleep, to be honest. Usually they're a chore. Motherfuckers, just waiting for it now. A spoiled bitch. I got two spoiled bitches over here just waiting for me to set this food down. Oh my god. You guys have a whole ass bowl of food currently sitting there on an automatic dispenser. I gotta get an automatic dispenser for outside. Those are expensive though. And the one I have, I got on sale for like $5. All right. I'm gonna sit back down. I'm like my midpoint in my back are kind of hurting today. We're gonna take about a 5-minute break or so. Pull out the heating pad. That's over here. Ow. I'm just having a crunchy day. Everything is crunchy. Everything is hurting. Get that heat on the mid-back area. Relaxing away. Oh, spoiled bitch will die. It's a cat. Yeah. Who played cow chip bingo? I think you meant say load. Made it possible for me. Who knew my summer pastime? My cats are crying. Wanting my kid back. Unexploded cow. Geez, Steven. Where is the donation at? I'll just read from the donation. Can wait until you've had your tea. I've been drinking my tea. Why do you think so many telemarketing customer service agents in the U.S. are in the Midwest Great Plains? Yep. Thank you, Universal Queen, for hopping on to Twitch. By the way, if you guys have Prime, you guys have Twitch, and you got them connected, you can help support us without it costing you a dime. Charles, huzzah! Latest engraving is done. I'm doing a set of dinnerware glassware that faintly says in the bottom, if you can read this, ask for the antidote. I love that. As a chef, I cannot approve. But as an evil son of a bitch. Yeah, he is boiling. Chris slash 1/8 Warforged. We're not going to highlight your comment. Today it's Steven and I, Spoiling Cats. Are you hoping they become plump? Can't wait for tomorrow to be done. Need to buy a couple of replacement molds that ripped during unmoldy yesterday. Oh, that sucks. Nope, but love all animals. I miss having pets. If I win the lottery, I want to open up a wolf sanctuary. Wolf sanctuary. I want to open up a cat sanctuary. Specifically, like I want to buy land and build a building on it with a enclosure. It wouldn't be completely enclosed. It would probably be completely enclosed because wherever we live, we probably have to worry about eagles and stuff, or hawks. So enclosure, so they can still go outside and be able to just enjoy their time. Kitty camp, num num. I used to work for a focus group company as a data entry specialist, but I was the only one who could understand the manager of the call center when she wasn't on the phone because of her Irish accent. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, yeah. It's a habit, babe. Watching cat eat. Desire for French toast growing. Have you heard of the card game Exploding Kittens? I'm playing a very long version of that. Oh, good luck. When she was on the phone with Glenn, she sounded like she was born and raised in the U.S. Yeah. A physics professor in college was from Brooklyn. Thanks to him, I can understand one of our assistant managers when they slip into the Brooklyn accent. Unexploded cat. My cats are crying, wanting my kid back. I got a cat meowing over there. Did someone steal your food? I know who did it. I know. Hey, fat ass. Stop stealing all the cat's food, you fatty. Oh, yeah, it's blocked. What are you going to do? What you mean? He's in timeout. You meant to say love it. I don't like me. Okay, Archie, spoiled. Mine is whining at me. But it's had all our food and not getting more. Rice packs are better than heating pads. I will. I like rice packs as well. But this is like, it's not plastic. It's plastic on the inside, but it feels like a rice pack. Like if you warmed up a rice pack, the difference is I can just click it on. The cloth heating pads are amazing, especially because if I wanted to, I could put a little water on them too. We need the mama here too. I know. I'll work on that. You guys can't see it because of what I use, but yeah. Is there a place on Discord I can drop a picture of this engraving? Yes, there is in the pics area. You can tag me if you want. So Skydance, new owners of Star Trek want more Trek. Good. Hopefully they can bring back Below Decks. I need to watch that. Fan art. Yep. We have a whole area for pics and stuff. Mountain lions and all that. I have a service pet. Not a real one, but of a cougar. Because I had, back when I was a kid, a cougar for a pet. Max, no, back kidding. I can look at that. Charles says that he put it in there. Let's take a look. I can't share it on screen. At least the normal way. Here it is. That's funny. If you can read this, ask for the antidote. Go to traumashirts.com. Why am I going to traumashirts.com? Chris just told me to go to traumashirts.com. Dang it. TRAUMA shirts. See? Oh, yeah. It redirects you. Oh my god, I love it. Oh my god, I love it. That's awesome. We have 3 inside, 3 or 4 outside, 1 outside that wanders away. It doesn't slow them down. They didn't steal it. It's to be transfer of equipment to alternate location. Need water packs for heat pads. No microwave to be able to use my packs. You've been talking to the E4s again, having he says I can make a cougar joke, but that seems a poor taste. Yeah, especially because that particular mountain lion helped to protect me when I was younger. My parents had 2 jacks, Penny and Dagger. Penny was a runt and didn't stop her from stealing all Dagger's treats. Since I've got a pint, glasses, and bowls that way too. You need to have a line. What you need to do is on the glass, there's a line, and on the bottom it says, if you drink past the line, you need to ask for the antidote. That way people are like, what's the line for? Just keep drinking. You'll figure it out. You got to drink so much of it, and the line goes past, and they're like, okay, I drink past the line. What? No, you got to keep going. If you drink past the line. I'm so upset with that great in Germany. No, the cat must have been. At least you weren't Rickroll. Yes. I love it. I love that it. I love that it does that. Although it's where I got the notice versus it actually popping up is funny. I can't reply on my tablet, but it's not actually there. It goes. So, now it lets me hit reply. So now you can go to traumashirts.com and it'll redirect you directly to the page where all the trauma shirts are going to be. And we're going to do, I don't know. I'm probably not going to be the one that wears it, but I have a habit of being able to generate sales really easy because I do a lot of hero calls. And so the guy that does hero calls wearing a trauma shirt seems to be really good for marketing. But Chris is gonna make a I'm a leaf on the wind shirt with, you guessed it, with the spear going through. But yeah, if you guys visit that, you can go to the trauma shirts. If you made it this far, make sure to thank the chef. Would be a great bowls and plates. And a party of April Fool's Day morning with free drinks. So I got a load of greedy cups for it. There you go. I forwarded that to my hubby. I love stuff like that. I really do. It's if you there's some people who are legitimately mad at me because of the shirt, and you seriously move my pyramid so you can sit down on that. Made my speaker. Oh my god, cat! God damn it! No, don't just steal somebody else's food. I'm sending you back to the room. Oh, you went into the room with a door. Good. And close you in. He's a bitch. Max does not need all that food. Two singing in the back. You got their food bowl?
I want to go.
All right, I'll wash their bowl in the food bowl and then I'll give it to you. Oh, OJ. I can't drink straight from the carton today. You can put it up. Put your hood up and no one's going to see you. You don't want to be seen. Yeah. You good with pork belly, rice, bento flakes, and egg? Egg. No, I figure I would. Oh.
They didn't have any pastries on sale.
No pastries today?
They didn't have any out yet.
Oh, brownie, could put it over there. I'll have it later. Here, you want to get some food while I fill up the water bowl?
Okay.
And then put a can of food in there and then I'll add water. Feeding the outdoor kitties now. Eating an ice cream cone, no one tattle. Location was on us. Oh, goodness. Oh.
Max didn't go downstairs, did he?
No, I had to lock him up because he kept stealing the cat food from the other cats.
I'm asking because he didn't greet me and he's not going to get his can.
Oh, no, he already got a can. And then some.
Well, so finish that one.
Something Vegeta learned a long time. Oh yeah, that's another one. Is that we're gonna do Nappa, the Nappa shirt where Nappa's getting honed.
I guess.
All right. There's that. And here's this one. Give me a second. Gotta empty those out. Need to empty out the black one too. There you go. All right, all the kitties have all their food with extras because you all donated, so they got extra treats. Our pork is looking good. Let's give it a smell. Eh. It hasn't really been in there long enough to like produce a nice smell. It smells like pork. It smells like the pork right before it starts smelling good. That. Ooh. And then like 30 minutes from now to an hour, it should get the nice smell. And if it doesn't, it means it's gone bad. And I just couldn't smell it, which would suck because it means that my sniffer's all fucked up. But it wasn't slimy. But if it did go bad, double sucks because that was not cheap. It wasn't horribly expensive, but it's like, still $12 down the drain. I'll probably finish cooking it and then as long as I like cut it up and give it to the cats like one piece at a time periodically, it won't be a problem. But like salt and cats or pets in general, you gotta be really careful about. Do I need a cup this big? No. Am I going to drink from a cup this big right now? Yes, because my other cup is currently in tea and I don't know where. And I feel like digging out another one. Good morning, Smiling Game Master. How are you doing? We just got done. You missed the part of the stream where the cat was eating on stream. Hi, Frodo. I know what you're waiting for, but I'm not having cereal today. Today's not a cereal day, sweetie. Frodo's gotten into the habit of licking my bowl when I have cereal. As long as it's not gonna cause issue. Like if I have something with cinnamon, they can't have it, obviously. But if it's just regular cereal, it's just a little bit of sugary milk. It's not too harmful for her. Because I'm not giving her the milk. I drink the milk. Yep. Tiny bit of cream. Like the droplets that are left on the bowl are not going to hurt her. Especially because I don't have cereal very often. So we have Lactaid. I'm not a fan of coconut milk or almond milk. Neither are the kids. Lactaid and ultra filtered milk is like what we go with. But most of the time I just deal. I just kind of know where my tolerance is at. And if I've gone over it, life's going to suck for everyone in the house. Mostly because it's fucking expensive to buy alternatives. For a half gallon of milk, I spend $1.90 currently, sometimes $1.50. You know, max $2. Used to be like you can get it for like 90 cents, $1. Sometimes cheaper. Oh well. Times a change. For a half gallon of alternative milk, I could get an entire gallon of milk. So I don't buy it. I should, but I don't. One of the cool things is you can get shelf-stable milk. And because it's pasteurized, it's ultra pasteurized milk. You can drink that if you've got problems. And sometimes you can get that from like food pantries and whatnot. Yeah. I remember those days too. God, I miss that. I miss when $20 could get me a cart of food, an entire cart. And not because $20 was a lot back then. It still wasn't a whole lot of money back then either. But like because food just simply wasn't that expensive. It hadn't like the inflation hadn't hit food nearly as much as everything else. $20 was still like a good chunk of change. Like you could probably, when I was a kid, what was that? What's the conversion? What was $20 in the 90s compared to today?
Calculator.
Double.
$20 in 1990 is
Equivalent.
purchasing power to about $49.19 today, an increase of $29.19 over 35 years.
But here's the thing: you can't just say, "Oh, well, inflation and everything." Here's the problem: it doesn't go as far either. So $20 back in 1990 would have been the equivalent of $49.19, which is it's a good chunk of change. That's $50 essentially. But $50 in today gets me 3-4 days of groceries. $50 back then, I would have walked home with 2 fucking cartfuls of groceries. The difference is like the purchasing power on top of everything is still different too. Fuck. I will say that's one thing I definitely miss food stamps for. Is just being able to guarantee the food in the house. We're able to guarantee the food in the house. Like, I make sure there's food, but fuck, I'm not paying some bills because of it. The kids going back to school is both a good thing and a bad thing because I got to pay for their lunches / breakfast, and then I got to pay for the fees. But once that's taken care of, once I don't have to worry about that, I'll have several months of them not using as much toilet paper, not using as much. They're eating breakfast and lunch at school now, not here at home. They're not snacking all day. They're not drinking all the sodas. If we wind up spending a little bit of money on soda, they're drinking less soda. They're drinking less tea. They're drinking less this. They're doing that. It's just the amount of resources they use dramatically goes down, and that helps fucking tremendously. And because we moved this year, it wasn't a viable option to go and get like the free lunches that they offered, which they didn't really offer much this year. But it wasn't an option because it would have cost us. It would have been cheaper for us just to buy them something at the grocery store. I just got to try to prepare better next year. The move really fucked things over because, like, Raven was like, "Are we gonna get Christmas this year?" And like Tobias is like, "Are we gonna get Christmas this year?" And I'm like, "Yeah, we'll do Christmas." Well, you guys got gifts, and I was like, "Yeah, but not really." And I'm like, "Yeah, I get it." Like Christmas happened, but it not in the same way that we usually do Christmas. And the fact that they were asking for it just kind of hurt. There's nothing that anyone could do. And there's no blame being put around. It's just a thing that happened. We weren't unpacked. We didn't have very much for the tree set up or anything. The kids got gifts and everything, but like, it didn't feel like Christmas. It felt like a rush to get everything done. It kind of sucked. The only thing that has gone down in price, and honestly, or realistically, not by much, is electronics. Like, can I get a TV for super cheap? Sure. But what's the point of getting a TV if I can't feed the people around me? I can't afford to get the TV for $200-300, this giant TV, when that $200 to $300 could be used for food. So it's. I was looking at there's an income bracket thing that was released because of the big beautiful bill stuff, and I got depressed about where I was on that bracket. I'm not one, which is like the poorest of the poor, 35,000. I'm not, but I'm also not two, which is like 65,000, close to 70,000. I'm right in between. We're right there. We're right in between. I just stared at it and I was like, oh, that's depressing. And basically that bill is going to cost us an extra $400. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds about right. Yay. That's fucking great. And even if I were to make a bunch of stuff all the way across the board, it'd be there. I don't know what he was pointing to. Meds are down, well, mine are at least. Good job. Only reason meds are down. Yeah, meds are cheaper. Meds are cheaper. Some are cheaper, I should say. Some are cheaper. Oh, the game. Everyone lost the game. Okay. I'm tired today. The only reason I bought the laser engraver is one, it was on sale for $100, and two, I can make some extra pocket money. And the only reason I have the 3D printers is because like they paid for themselves. The color changing one was a friend. And I wasn't allowed to say this because he was doing a giveaway, and he reached out because like barely anybody applied for the giveaway, and he didn't like that. And he reached out to me because I was mutuals with him and a bunch of other large 3D printer creators, and they dropped my name a few different times. And he was like, "Hey, I got your name from a couple of the other creators. Do you want this?" I was like, "God, yeah, that would be awesome." And so he gave me a voucher that effectively covered the printer and the color changing unit together. And I was able to make a bunch of dragons and stuff like that. It changed his stuff. No, don't worry about it. It like Robert's fine. Robert is fine. Robert, hey, is very much aware to not push things. He knows when I'm I just need to tell him and he will. But good job on the stuff. Is the game an Acme product? No, it's just a fun little thing that we have on here because You Lost the Game is kind of like a millennial thing. I'm just tired. That's all it is. Yeah. A lot of that stuff, though, is getting cut, too. I want the AMS Pro, the AMS 2, for my P1P. But I'm looking at my P1P, and I'm like, it's getting to the point, and I haven't put enough hours on it. Like, I can put another, 3,000, 6,000 hours on it if I want to. But if I ever get the money, I'm probably just going to upgrade my whole system, the whole stuff. Oh, you were joking. Okay, making sure. Oh, Robert's fine. There are some people I'll be like, take care of that. But most of the time, we're good. You guys are relatively respectful of my personal space. What little I have. Oh man, my back is killing me today. In Minnesota, we're good on state health insurance. Yeah, I wanted to move to Minnesota. That was the thing that was like on the list. And now we're here. We are stuck here for until kiddo gets out of school, oldest gets out of school, and possibly a few extra years because we looked at it, and if my spouse is still working the job that they have, in 6 years' time, they're on their first year there, so 5 more years here would mean they can, even if they quit, they would get 100% of the retirement that's being built for them. That's fucking huge. We've not had a job, period, that pays well enough to live off of on top of that. So they might be able to do a legitimate retirement. But they have to stay employed with that job for at least 5 more years. And once they do, they have a legitimate retirement. And when you live the income bracket that we live, that's fucking huge because even if they left and they were only getting let's say $500 a month for the remainder of their life until it burned through, which would probably be 20 years. That's an extra $500 for them to stay at home and still make $500. Would it be insanely difficult to live off of that? Yes, but they could turn around. We can move states. They would get that $500 still, and that would buy us more than enough time for them to get another job and still get that $500 in retirement on top of that job. So they would be able to take a job that's easier on them, and that $500 would just be able to compensate for the loss of income. That's huge. It's an opportunity that we're not going to squander. Yeah, living where we're living now isn't bad. It's just inconvenient for some of the things. Like if we hit the sales and do the things, it's not bad. We went to the store the other day where we normally get meat on sale, and I was like, there wasn't really anything on sale. But it's the first couple days, right? So we'll probably, Monday, I have the stream, but Tuesday, I'll go. Wednesday, I'll try. Actually, hold up for a moment. Hey, sweetie. Give me a second. Ow. That's working smarter, not harder. Yeah, well, I have to think much longer term than what I used to. I have to think extremely long term, while also, right? I can smell the rice. Pork's starting to smell good now. Rice smells fucking fantastic. Oh, pardon me. Hi. You okay? Oh, when we go to pick up the kids, do we want to go check out Fresh Market? I don't think we'll hit their sales. I think it will be too late.
I don't care.
All right.
I already have lack of sleep anyway, but more lack of sleep.
You just pick up the kids and come straight home. It's fine. We're just asking, sweetie. Oh. Let's see. Hour 33 means that that's been in there for a little over an hour now. At the 2 hour and 10, is it 2 hour and 10 minutes? 2 hour and 20 minutes? When did we put it in? Joe! How goes it? My kids and myself and herself are moving to a rental in Minnesota while I work on selling a house. Thankfully, the mortgage is not a huge money, so we can afford the rent on top of that. Yeah, freaking smart. Minnesota is on the short list of the states Hubby and I are willing to move to. Yeah, there's a lot of benefits to Minnesota. Yeah, Mama Cosmic is tired. They are extremely tired, and I do not blame them one bit because it has been a bit rough. Which is why I was wondering, but I think an egg for each of us, some rice with bento flakes. Let's grab those bento flakes real quick. The Faraki garlic flakes. Go ahead and clean some of my mess up. It's a rough day in general. Well, the biggest thing is like neither one of us has gotten food. So, my kiddo did take a juice at minimum, and that's usually a good indication. But they also grabbed their other stuff. At least I hope they did. I put the salt up there, but put my meds up here. Ow. It's crunchy, hurty, snap, crackle. Feel your pain. Had to rewrite stuff. My little sister and grown kids still live in Minnesota. They're probably never going to move from there. Help look up rural housing loans, 10 to 5 year plan. Wish you could get out of Kansas. Okay. Hope per day improves. I can understand. Been working on really complex code. I finally got to working, but now my brain is hurting. Yep. Yeah, you can see that starting to turn really nicely finally. That's warm. Well, Dragon, given how Kansas just seems to run on for everything, what did I put on there? The grass is kind of the same way, but a lot of places with just a ton of flat land will do that. Oh goodness! You guys want some of the every plate boxes? I got some new free boxes if you guys want it. I got different codes here. I'm gonna show them to you. You guys can take them if you want. I don't think it's gonna do that. Fuck. All right. I'll just read them. F as in Frank, R as in Roger, B as in boy. Then 3, 4. A as in apple. W as in walrus. B as in boy. 1, 0. R as in Roger. 0. And I'll do another one later. You guys can rewind and watch that and take the code and do what you want with it. I don't care. I just realized that there was a QR code on that. Probably would have done the same thing for the QR code. You guys are just having a hate conversation without me. Get these potatoes moved. Recipe over here. Ponzu sauce can stay here. Here. Oh goodness. You guys doing body doubling today too, or you guys just sitting there chatting without me? Or am I just not seeing the chat right now? Gotta make sure Australians actually get their discounts no matter what time zone they're in. Only Dragon. I'm having to deal with people from different time zones. Hoping you rest your eyes, preventing more headache from the code. I got 18 people here, but I kind of got my nut. Oh, now, geez, like 5 different things finally popped through. What the heck? Mapping fun. I also get notified for the SSIS pops going to dock my check again. Further failure to document when your son moved in. Oh, yeah. Morning, Jennifer. Late to the party. What am I making? We are making crispy pork belly, rice, and egg. We're checking out on each other too. No, that's perfectly fine. That's 100% fine. I totally don't feel left out. No, seriously, that's good. Creating a community that can talk to each other, and everything is huge. That means you guys are interactive with each other. That can be really beneficial, especially for people who, like ourselves, who struggle doing things. Whether that's being, hey, are you up? I could really use somebody to talk to while I try to get this thing done. Or, hey, have you eaten today? Have you had hydration? Did you do this? Did you do that? Reminding each other, hey, by the way, I took my meds. So did everyone else take their meds? Kind of situation can help out tremendously. retirement plan disclosures. Speaking of, I need to put that there for now. Looks like it needs to be washed. Probably water the plants today too, huh? 1 second. Thing is, like, normally right now I'm busy cooking. I'm like cutting things up. I'm busy actively cooking and doing things. We have to wait. I can't do anything but wait. Rice is cooking and it will stay fine. It'll be done here soon. Pork belly's got like another 40 minutes or so before I turn it into the 15-minute mark. Like 2 hours and 30 minutes is roughly the time frame when I should actually kick it on and try to crisp up the belly part. And I wanted to go live for the whole process, so that you guys can be in the egg. There's no point in making the egg until the pork's done because you're supposed to have that with the pork. So I gotta wait until that's done. What I find funny here is I've got the tomatoes growing. They're growing pretty well. Only one of them's fruiting. It's not really fruiting that great. I've got some garlic that I have no idea if it's growing or not. I'm just pouring water in it. I've got one cactus that I think is dying, but I didn't pay for it. The other one seems to be thriving since I moved it out here. Jesus, really? And the one thing I didn't grow was all these potatoes I decided to just put in here in the extra area I keep soil. They're just doing fine. There's like 2 inches of soil and some egg cartons on top. And every so often, I'll just grab a bit of soil. Some of these potatoes are rotting away. One of them looks to be growing. Another, I think that's something growing over there. I don't know what it is. Definitely a potato of some kind. Probably yams. This really crappy soil that has wood particles in it. It's supposed to be garden soil, but it's, oh, honestly, it's crap. I'll have a place to put this right now. Potato's gonna potato. Yep. Not even trying to grow those fuckers. I was just like, there's a couple rotten ones in here, and there's a couple that are doing their thing, and I was like, let's toss them all in here and let's let them compost. Fucking started growing. They're like, oh, soil. Oh. Yes, please. Let me thrive over here. Such lovely things. Are they the kind of cactus you can eat? No, I just saved them from the store. They were on discount. One was sitting on top of the other, so it was already like not connected. So like pretty confident that's just gonna die. I also shouldn't be watering the cactus every day. But it's been hot enough that I've just been like, that soil looks dry to the bone. Let's go ahead and give it a tiny bit of water. But I'll probably not water them for a few days now. compensate for that. I'm gonna water the other plants. You know, he never did take his water and drink his water. So I guess we can transfer my tea to that for now. Take this cup into the kitchen to be cleaned. Another cool thing about the kids going to school is the ability to just catch up on chores slowly instead of like, everyone needs to do chores. It's fucking filthy in here. I can just go, ain't no one here right now. It's quiet. Don't get me wrong, I love my kids. I do. And I'd rather have all the noise, all the trouble, all the time, than go without those buggers. That's the rice. So that's officially been in there for an hour completely. So we'll take a look at that in a minute. So I'm going to add to the live stream later today. Because I got editing to do anyways. All the Thanos videos. I'm going to try to find every video that we've done of Thanos. And just add them as individuals. Even if they're replays, like if it's in the Predator stuff, even if it's a replay, I'm just going to add it in there. And there we go. That's better. What did the sinkhole say to the road crew when they saw it? Patch me if you can. That's a funny one. I have no idea what's going on. Think about having a bowl of golden grams. That's good. Oh, that's good cereal. Breakfast people. I drink light OJ per doctor request, but Tropicana Light means they have stopped making theirs in pulp. Anyone got other companies? Oh, yeah. Florida's. Florida's natural with pulp. I like it. Also, Spouse gave me brownie to go with everything today. Anything in that bag? No, there's not. Cool. Got trash to throw away. That's a bill that's been paid. I can toss that. That's there. We're going to sit down for a couple minutes. Then we'll get back up. And get back to doing things. Are you going to add any disclaimer posts to it? Yeah, I already have. Or do you mean like they have an Acme Day disclaimer? So at the end of the loop, I say thank you and whatnot. And I do the disclaimer thing. I have a like end of loop video. I need to make a new one. But we're in no rush to do a ton of things with that stream. We're going to just kind of slowly add the content in while we're working on other stuff. And once the content reaches a certain point, which is once it reaches 6 hours minimum is what we're going for, which we think we have 6 hours of content, but we're not 100%. It's just, it would have been a lot of work to sit there and like get every video that we've ever done and put on there, especially with videos that we may not want to be seen anymore, or we were like, yeah, that could be redone. So we're adding videos over time. And once it hits the 6 hour marker, two things are going to happen. One, I'm going to take the time to schedule and block out the things. We're going to do a bunch of different things. We're going to ask some stuff like, hey, what are your favorite videos? And we're going to get about 2-3 hours. We want to get about 2 to 3 hours of content for fan favorite videos. And that's going to be a fan favorite day. We're going to pick what day that is. And then Mondays will probably be Predator only day. We have nearly 2.5 hours of just Predator content, possibly even more. Then we'll have different genres from there for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. For one of those days is the fan favorites day. And then the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, will literally be just a playlist of everything that it's the same playlist that currently plays. And because you can make playlists of the stream that we're doing, you can make playlists after you've uploaded them. It's just an annoying process to do it currently. All we'd have to do is like load playlist, save, publish. Load playlist, save, publish once the playlists are made. So then I can go in and I can be like, okay, add. And every time we make a new video, I add it to the overall, as well as I upload it to the stream to where it goes, at least up to the point of 100 gigabytes. Now, once we fill up the 100 gigabytes, as long as the stream is paying for itself and then some, we'll upgrade the stream so that it can have more. Because at that point, it's probably like 10 plus hours of content just being looped. And that's pretty cool because there are plenty of people who enjoy having it. In fact, I have it on my computer downstairs so that I can keep an eye on it. And on average, I think the lowest that we've made per day with the current rate that I've got the ads playing is about 78 cents. I just set my OJ down. I didn't go back and grab it. Breakfast eaten, meds taken, hydrated, and designing longer rises for the longer to be. So do you do 3D designing? I may have to give you some measurements one of these days and have you help make some stuff and pay you for your time, of course. I can't afford new glasses right now. I need them. I can't afford them. Keep getting notifications. Just reading comments, everyone. Just give me a second. You made a pizza into a burrito. Been there, done that. It's so good. What the fuck are tariffs? Tiffits. What the fuck are tiffits? What the fuck is tiffits? Oh, it's a fictional plant. Day of the Tiffits. They're depicted as tall plant-like creatures with three-legged structures that allow them to move. They possess a venomous stinger, both used for defense and hunting. They move on 3 feet or leg-like structures with two moving instinctually, while the third provides balance. Surface to reproduce by releasing seeds from a pod. While lacking a central nervous system, Tiffits display a form of intelligence targeting vulnerable areas with heads and eyes, and even herding blind people into confined spaces. I say as I'm using my glasses to read because I'm blind without them. And they are the Tiffids. The comet shower blinds a large portion of the human population, allowing the Tiffids to escape and wreak havoc, leading to a post-apocalyptic scenario. Huh. So the term Tiffin has become a common reference in British English to describe large, invasive, or menacing-looking plants. Somebody wants to send me that book, I'll read it. For instance, like I have the first 6 books of Dresden on digital, but I've been struggling to read them. But I can sit here during my no electronic parts where I just turn on some jazz or something, and I'll sit and I'll read a physical book for 10 to 20 minutes a day. And so I'll get through reading like that much easier than anything else. That's like the easiest way for me. Why were you up there? Why were you on the counter? Were you just exploring clean space? Put tomato plant aside, pulled off ones that are orange, ones that are ripe. Orange baby tomatoes are so good. I have. Hey, Raven doesn't want to eat them because she thinks they're too cute. Look at those tiny little tomatoes. Probably eat them though. They need to be eaten. I don't want them to go to waste. I prefer physical books. Computers give eye strain. Well, I have something. I can't bring you along because the spouse will get angry. So, wait a minute. So, if you want an Amazon alternative, now mind you, Kindles are a bit cheaper than what I'm about to show you. I wanted an Amazon alternative because I wanted to be able to install other apps to read like manga and stuff. This is called Books, Boox. And it feels like a book. It reads like a book. It's really nice and light. It has more options than Amazon. I can also install Amazon on here, which I did. Has its own book stuff, which is nice. But I can also add whatever PDF files directly to it if I want to. It's set so that it turns off. I have it set so it turns off after a couple days of no use, so it conserves the battery. So my battery can last me months. It's an e-ink display. And I mentioned manga, so I'm going to go to my manga area. Yeah, I know that there's a new version available. And let's just pull up My Hero Academia if it lets me, because that might not be able to, because there might be certain things that don't want to work right now. Because the way I have my manga app set up, I have sources. And if those sources are not available, it simply won't do it unless I've downloaded the manga. So let's see if I can find one. Dr. Stone. I think it crashed. That's not working right now. This is not the fault of the device, I'd like to point out. This is the fault of me not updating things. Here's Eden 0. No, that's not going to work either. Assassination Classroom, what's that on? Not going to work. My goodness. Well, I'll just show you guys the library. So you can see the library. It does have that flashing, but that's because of how I got things set up. What about Undead Unlocked? No, that's a manga here too, and that's a dead source. It wants to work, but it's a dead source. Well, and I've got a new firmware. Let it upload, download stuff. Now, books is very expensive. It's like I got this one for over like 200 or something like that. It was not cheap. It was like my gift to myself. I've had it for a while, but it is by far the best reading experience I have ever had, and that includes Kindle. So that's saying something. It does help if you make sure to update things, though. Hey, Howard, how goes it? I'm currently making, or at least trying to make, crispy pork belly. It's been in the oven. We got about another 30 minutes in the oven. That should smell better than that. I'm a bit worried about that. I don't know. It should smell better than that. Like I said, it doesn't smell bad, but it should smell good, and it doesn't smell... Hopefully, like I said, worst case scenario, the pork belly is not where I want it to be, and I don't think it's safe to eat. I won't eat it. No, crispy pork belly, not pork rinds. But I salted it and let it sit in the fridge uncovered like you're supposed to for 8 to 24 hours. And it sat for a little bit more than 24. And it had plenty of salt, so there was no slime. And the smell like kind of like when you just age meat. And so it will tell better the bad smell is stuck in your nose. Have somebody else smell it. True, but my spouse doesn't know if it smells good or bad. I think we're gonna cook it all the way. Then I'll have my spouse smell it and look at it, and if they say no, then we just won't do it. I can deep fry it. That might work better. Cook it for the 2.5 hours and then deep fry it. Should we deep fry it? Do I have enough oil for that? Do I have enough oil for that? Well, yeah, so you cook it at 200 for 2 hours. I think I'm going to go ahead and cook it. I'm going to go ahead and crank up the heat to 275 for the next 30 minutes. Let's just do 300 for the next 30 minutes. I'll expedite this process. And I don't want to pull out all the deep fryer stuff. God, I don't think I have the oil anyway. I do not have enough oil to deep fry. But what I do have, I have enough oil to kind of fry it. You want to render most of the fat. But that's why you slow cook. So here's the thing. That's not what you want to do. With yeah, it's slab. The fat's that thick. Crispy pork belly. I'm not trying to render the fat. I'm not trying to get rid of the fat. I want that fat. I want the fat to be crispy. What I'm trying to do is cook everything to make it tender and then dry it out while it's cooking, which is why the 200 degrees for as long as you can. You basically dry it out and then you crispify it. I'm not trying to render the fat. I don't want to get rid of the fat. That's the best part of this. I'm going to render some fat, but not most of it. The whole thing is mostly fat. We have a couple balls. Okay, those are cool. Those can just go in there when they're ready. Yeah, update the damn firmware. Okay. What the heck? Take a look at this later. Make sure to keep your devices updated. And it's not going to hurt for me to cook the last 30 minutes on a higher temperature, to be honest. Yeah, the outside. Yeah, I've done a Minecraft video. And I got you. You can always use a broiler to do the initial work. Yeah, computer just tossed me a briefly. I mean, that's. Yeah. So I'm kicking it up to 300. Smells like pork chops, not pork belly. It's still pork, mind you. Pork chops don't necessarily smell bad. It smells like pork chops that you let sit on the counter for 30, 40 minutes. You know, that little smell when you start cooking them. That's what it smells like right now. Yeah, I'm gonna cube it when it's done. So what I'll do here is that's what I'll do. That's a good idea. Pick it up to a higher temperature, which we've already done. Up to 300. So let that sit for about another 30 minutes or so. So the 2 hour and 35 marker, 2 hour 40 marker is when I'll probably pull that out. Take a look at it and see where we're at. So at that point, if I still don't like the way it smells, which at that point it should be it should be really good. No, yeah, you can cook at 200 degrees without issue. Last time though, it smelled way better. At this point, but I also didn't let it sit for as long as I did. And if I started out with bad meat, no matter what I do, it's going to be bad. And when I pulled it out, when I pulled everything out, it was already making me question. But I was like, well, no, it shouldn't be bad. Should have had plenty of time. It didn't lose power. It was cold the whole time. At no point should the meat be at the stage of being bad. And I know what bad meat smells like. Like it immediately like sticks into your nose. It's like gags. It's not great. It doesn't matter what meat it is. It's that smell. I'm smelling it. And I'm just like, I just don't like the smell. And that's much different than like it's bad. It's just like it smells like old meat. Old meat doesn't mean bad meat. It just means old. And there's some people who go, "Oh, well, that's nasty. I don't want to touch it." And it's like, "Oh no, it's perfectly safe to eat. It just may not be as appetizing." That smells a little bit better. 5 minutes already in, and it's smelling a little bit better. It's rendering faster though. That's probably why. You gotta be patient. I'm not patient. Oh. 2 hours, 14 minutes. All right. Now, here's the thing. Once we pull that pork out, we start crispifying it up, regardless of what we start to do. Whether that's I pull it out, I cut it. I call the smell rotting flesh. What? What do you mean? The smell that I'm smelling now? Because trust me, I've smelled rotten flesh. Stuff makes you go every time. Don't get me wrong, like you get used to it, but like you know it. You smell it and you go, I have both Kindle and physical books for the coming bad times. I have all the reference on everything. I don't have all the reference on everything, but I did get this. I was like, I should probably grab that. No, that's the smell of bad meat. Levi, Markin, you're going to have to be probably a little bit clearer here between this one and this one because of the time delay. Do you mean the smell of rotten flesh as in like it's turning bad and it needs to be cooked and used? Because I've eaten roadkill. I didn't die. It was actually pretty good. But Smell that thing gave off. I had to process it, get rid of all the bad meat, take it all off. Oh yeah, I locked his ass up. Mild smell of rotting flesh is a sign you need to trim that part off. A little late for that now. It was all covered in salt too. The entire thing was covered in salt, just not like a super thick layer of it. Enough to keep things and let things be kept. But at the same time, it's just like, No, it wasn't. It wasn't brown. It was regular color. Fat looked good. Meat marble looked fine. It wasn't slimy. It just had. And it wasn't super soft either. It was the feel of pork belly. It just wasn't like super fresh pork belly. Heading off to work now. Stay hydrated. You too. One time I had a friend that I would say with me. He was homeless for a while. He tried to cook a rotten turkey in my oven, and I didn't notice until a terrible smell. Yeah, no, you cook rotten meat, you'll fucking know. You cook meat that's on the verge of going bad, you'll know. You cook meat that's just gotten a little old. You may not like the smell of it if you don't season it. And I didn't season it, I just have salt. And so I'm leery right now. And I'm trying to... Yeah, it's just an odd smell. Yeah. Like fresh... Like you know it's not fresh butchered, but you're like... It's just... You know, in your mind, like, that meat's older than what it smells like. It's just an odd smell. I've had steak smell like this, cooked it, ate it, perfectly fine. Didn't food poison, nothing. But at the same time, like, there's a difference between me eating stuff and me feeding things to other people. I like the things to be 100% as fresh as possible. And that smells the same smell as it smelled 2 days ago. You know, when we started this process, or not 2 days ago, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, yeah, when we started this process. So the smell hasn't changed, which is good. It hasn't gotten worse, hasn't gotten better. So, yeah, but pork belly shouldn't like, I don't know. Let's say is keep the bathroom TP on standby. Yeah, and that's the thing. The pork belly itself, since I didn't open it up right away, I don't have a way to tell if this is just because this particular animal just smelled funky. But like the date on it gave me until the end of the month. Like it had time to be sold. And it was in my fridge nonstop. Unless my kids were keeping my fridge open, which they weren't. Other things would have gone bad first. Meat should have been fine. It was in the meat drawer, should have been good. Now, realistically, the next time I go do things, I'm probably going to buy pork belly. And if I don't think I'm going to cook it the next day, for whatever reason, I'm probably just going to freeze it. I don't like freezing pork belly. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just more along the lines of if I freeze it, pull it out, I can't cook it the next day when I pull it out. I have to wait like 2 days. Because That shit will take a while to thaw out. You fed a starving fox in winter autumn for a few weeks. Go to the source, find a pig farm that will sell it to you. I wish that was the case. Where I live, that's a little bit more. It's easier said than done, especially because like you have to buy the whole ass pig. I have to buy the whole pig where I'm at. The whole pig. I don't have money for the whole pig. I can't go in on other people for the whole pig. It's not a thing that's happening. Wait, sucks. Throw it in salt. Just kidding. Well, no, actually, here's a really cool thing that I've seen done. Is like if I had like buckets of salt, is just fucking putting it in a shit ton of salt to dry out and putting it in the salt for like a day in the fridge, covered in salt for about 1 to 2 days. Let the salt soak it up. Take it out of the salt, cut it up into strips, and then do it again with fresh salt, usually fresh salt. But like it's cheaper for me just to buy the pre-made stuff of that. One of the things I want to do is really easy recipe for you guys. If you've got the space in your fridge, take a sheet pan. Get yourself some eggs that are cheap. Just get yourself some cheap eggs. Get yourself a sheet pan. You're going to separate the yolk from everything else. And you want the yolk. You want the yellow yolk. Salt. Salt. Okay? On the bottom. Put the yolk on there. Put more salt on top. Put it in your fridge. And keep it there for as long as you want. 24 hours is best. Minimum. You come back to it and you I didn't have enough salt. That's better. That's better. I'm just not being patient. That's all it is me not being patient. Smell's gone. As it's cooking, it's smelling better. Now the thing is bad meat will smell bad even when cooked. Unless you season the bad meat and then you can't smell. But again, all I have on here is salt. But then you take the yolk and you can spread it on things. It's really good. I can't remember what it's called. It's what is that called? Salted egg yolks. I don't remember what they're called. Just cured. Is it just cured egg yolk? Salt cured, yeah. Salt cured egg yolk. So easy. So fucking easy. You don't like how creamy it is? I don't mind it. Well, Dragon, catch you later. I only got 2-3 hours sleep last night. Someone tried to get a nap. I need to get a nap in too. We're waiting until the 2 hour and 35 minute marker. Especially now that like the smell is much better. But that's all it was. Was that I just needed to wait. I probably would have had to wait like another 40 minutes longer I think I just mistimed when I put that in there, and by turning up the temperature, I've expedited the process. I've had it on steak. I've had it on toast. Both of them are good. But I did like one each time. Just problem is just like the space in the fridge does not exist to do this that often. I just did a nap over lunch for the same reason. I'm just trying to be patient right now. Are we finally working over here? My book's all working now. Okay, there we go. Come on. I think this is beeping at me. Updating the manga app, so it'll work again. Here's the god of high school. Yeah. Ta-da. Look how clean that is. I love that so much. And then up, 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 up. Look how clean that is. It's like reading on actual comic book paper. There's the love. Love the way. Love how clear that is. It's not picking it up too great. Here, let me back camera it then. How about now? How's that look? It was like the god of high school or something like that. Of course, it's the last page. Again, this is the black and white one. They do make a color one. Looks great on your TV. That's good. Back camera tends to work a lot better. But I love reading manga on this thing. It's so like at least the ones that are black and white. Yeah, we're at the 2-hour 30 marker. We're gonna get things set up and ready here to pull them out, take a look at it, and cross our fingers and hope that this wasn't a waste of time. I mean, worst case scenario, I'm just gonna pick up some eggs. Not sure about that, so. I don't know, everyone. I think I might have a not good thing. It's kind of crappy as it is right now. Not horrible. Again, last time I seasoned it though. That's juicier than I should than we want it to be. Oh, nope. Nope. Dead. That shouldn't smell like that. That one doesn't smell bad. So the one that was uncovered died. The one that wasn't covered, or the one that was covered, smells like plain beef. And because I had them in separate dishes, it'd be fine. I cannot eat this chunk. That chunk's bad. That chunk is dead. That's why it was smelling odd. Because the way I had this set up is like I used this as a holder, but I had the foil in there, so they cook separately. I'm not gonna do that one. And this one smells just like plain pork that hasn't been seasoned, pork that's been cooked and not been seasoned. So the smaller batch smells fine. What I'm gonna do is what it is. Kind of bad can still result in kind of dead. Yeah. When I say fine, I mean it smells like plain pork. It smells like plain pork. It's fine. That smells and tastes fine. Big one on the other hand, not putting that one down the test. So that sucks. Maybe. At least the whole thing didn't go to waste. What we'll do for now I'm going to heat up some oil. We got this cut up into small bits. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can each have 6 pieces per bowl. Yeah, no, this is the thing. Steven's got it right there. It was probably likely going bad, and the one that I had covered stayed good. It just didn't dry out as well as the other one did. No, what I'll do is I'll take that other one and I will I'll cut it up and give it to the cats. It'll be cat treats. Not fit for human consumption. I'll label it as such too. Right now, it's just getting rendered in the oven. I'm not even going to use the fat from it. I don't have anything that, like, I'm not going to use the fat from it because I just don't want to risk it. Oh, well. That sucks. What we will do, though, While we're waiting on that, not great. They're all touching the bottom, but they're all like not floating at least. All 6 of these, which are the oldest eggs I have, technically should be cooked. They are on the verge. I'll cook 2 eggs for my spouse. I'll cook 2 eggs for myself. And I will crack and give 1 egg to my outdoor cats. I'll cook it too, actually. That way I use them. In the meantime, this can go outside. All right. Give us smell-o-vision. Know what I would have wanted to. I don't have smell-o-vision yet. Sorry, I can't read this. Just confirm that we're saying Levi's big pork smells fun. Yeah, no. Come on. Flip and turn. Come on. Flip and turn. So it's up for me. So up. Before we have a problem with the well, go ahead and open that up. Oh, I shouldn't have cut it up before. I did this. I wanted the top part to get crispy with the one. That's all right. On the bird side, as I'm not paying attention. I was screwing around. We have smoke. Yeah, I know. I don't have a way to clear out this fucking kitchen. Yeah. Actually, not turning out first. I need airflow. I don't have it. Yeah. Turn it. Ah, shut up. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna set the thing that's bitching over where it can get constant airflow right now. There we go. Crispy pork. Someone DM me when it stops screaming. It stopped screaming. It's done screaming. Not gonna scream anymore. Now, the fuck? Phone is alive. It's moving. I gotta wait for the pan to cool down so I can use it. It's not that one. Where is that coming from? Is there one in here? Where is it coming from? Where are you coming from? Ah! Oh, I can't get it. It's too high up for that one. We're just gonna have to wait. We have to wait it out. All right. I've got oil here that I can't use. Ah, I can't reach that one. That one's just barely. That part of the house has to be just a little bit higher than the other part of the house. Yeah, then I'm just having trouble. Hey. I'll set it with the other one. You think the ball has. It's funny. All right. I don't have a metal container. Oh, no, I do. filled with water, but that was fine. There we go. Okay. We're gonna cook our eggs real quick. With a pan of quick rinse. Clear the shit out. I'm gonna cook the kitty's egg first. So they do the same thing here.
I walked.
Huh?
You didn't realize I was fine.
So I have some bad news. The fork that I left uncovered didn't like being left uncovered for that long. But good news. I technically cut some of it off and put it in a covered container, salted. And so we have crispy pork. That is good because the way I cooked things, I separated them. So we've salvaged it. And the rest of that, I'm gonna let the oven cool down and turn into cat treats. So I'm cooking up this egg for the kitties. Then I'm gonna cook up your 2 eggs. And I'll cook up my 2 eggs. You just want one? You don't want eggs at all?
Tired and that didn't help with my headache.
Okay. All right.
This is already cooked though?
Yeah. Huh? Yeah. Well, since Mama isn't eating, things are going to go a lot quicker now. Task failed successfully? Yeah, task failed successfully halfway. A little less than half, actually. And I didn't say, but they liked it, so. But yeah, I'll wait. That's going to stay in the oven. Um, Actually, I should probably cook it until it's cooked thorough. So I'm going to turn that oven back on to 200 and let it sit for another hour. We're going to eat our food and all that kind of stuff. A little salt and pepper on the egg. This is where I want it. My trust does not want to eat it. Pepper. Salt. We're just gonna let that sit. One button does both. Push the test. Yeah. It's clear enough in here now. That's not gonna have us go off. I'm still leave it over there. We got some tea. We're going to finish a tea. We're going to get a bowl of rice. Jesus. My rice. I'm going to use a regular spoon. But my egg is sitting where it's sitting. I'm going to get some rice. Rice vinegar. Soy sauce. The rice vinegar is for the rice. It's also the sauce that I'm going to put my pork into. Now, mind you, I am going to try the pork without the sauce real quick. Turned out about the same as last time. But it's not as salty. Okay, so little bowl, a little bit of rice in there, a little bit of soy sauce, and a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. Now I could also have just done ponzu sauce, which I have, or I could have chose a variety of other sauces. This is what I like. I'm going to take my meat here. I'm going to dip it in the sauce and set it on top. All right. Before I set it on top completely, I'm going to do two things. My flakes. Come on. The Stay Fresh packet that's in there. Fucking blocking. Now it comes out. Give that a mix. Okay. Now I'm going to grab my egg. Egg. The pieces I put into the sauce are going to go right on top. I'm not letting them soak, I'm just dipping them. So that, because of how dry they are, it'll soak that up. Let's see. Mama had one. I had one. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 6 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go ahead and sprinkle some of that sauce on top. I don't want a lot. I'm not a huge fan of having a bunch of soy sauce in my rice. All right, chopsticks. We're gonna go sit down and eat. Close that window. I'm gonna stab my egg, by the way, even though it looks great. If this looks great, right? I'm gonna stab my egg and mix it around. I'm not gonna apologize for it. Tastes better. I need to get an air fryer. Don't think I'm gonna make more pork belly without it. I don't have a convection oven. Apparently, an egg yolk and crappy ramen helps. Yeah, it can. You're effectively making it creamier, which is why it helps. The pork is really good with this. But although I'm getting really good tasting pork belly, I'm not getting what I want. It's not bad. But, and it's not like I'm going to give up trying to make it in the oven. I've watched like 9 or 10 videos, read plenty of recipes. What I'm saying is that I'm going to get an air fryer because I want one anyways. And I'm going to take things from there. So this way I can get pork belly, cut it in half, and half of it I'll cook in the air fryer. And the other half I'll continue to experiment in the oven. When you tag me, I'll go watch them. It's not a problem. I don't know if I'll eat that other egg. Go ahead and come and grab one. Technically, there's one made. I have one extra if you want to come grab one. You can't get up? All right. Everyone give me a moment. You want just egg or do you want some rice too? Waiting for text. Unless it's a runny egg. It is a runny egg, or at least it should be. You want a couple pieces of pork too? Yes, please. Okay. I'm dipping them in some sauce. Do you want some rice vinegar on your rice and egg? Ew. Chopsticks or fork? The refrigerator works with intent. Try not to sneeze. Here you go. The yolk is ready. It's on top of the rice already.
Help.
How many?
Thank you.
All right. We'll sit back down and eat. A little hot oil, put the whites in, they fluff up and yeah, they do. Yeah. Fluff up amazingly. My spouse particularly likes poached eggs. It's almost like they tasted food and then their body got hungry. Now, the egg I cooked isn't poached, but they'll eat it. We're gonna eat this, drink my drink, and then I'm gonna get a little milk and eat this off stream. So, have you all eaten? Have you taken your meds? What have you eaten? Have you hydrated? Even though I know the answer to most of these, if you're new here and haven't been here for a little while. Jiggly cake. You mean a jello cake or do you mean like a jiggly cake? What is it? Baking soda. Can help with that, or is it baking powder? I always get them mixed up. Now we're not going to cook them. Well, I double check before I go to cook it. To be baking soda, isn't it? Like it makes it rise faster. Baking soda. I feel like it's baking soda. Baking powder usually makes it more dense. Soda fluff. Japanese chili cake. I don't know about it. Do you mean the pancake jiggly cake, or like a full-on cake? I feel like you. Why? Because it wasn't enough runny yolk. My spouse is like, I feel lied to. I know why. I don't think the yolk was runny enough. Egg not tiny, and there's vinegar. Egg not runny, and there's vinegar. Oh goodness. Oh goodness me. I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing. Other chat, you're gonna make the man choke. My spouse is just complaining. Mostly air, very, very light. I've seen those. Kind of similar to like a souffle, right? But not as hard to cook as a souffle. You can cook them in a rice cooker too. For those that don't know, the reason why you can't have a lot of sound with a souffle, and there's also pepper. Oh, yeah. But the reason why you can't have sound is because of the vibration. The vibration causes the unstable cake, before it's become stable at least, to pop at sync. But once you get it out and cooled down, it doesn't matter. My spouse is angry at me because of how I made the stuff. You sit on a throne of lies. I don't know what you're talking about.
You got more rice.
Right here. Right here. I told you I'd dip it. I was dipping the stuff in the sauce.
And I said, ew.
and I told you technically there was an egg ready. Did you think I made you?
You said it was runny. You lied to me.
Burnt.
For that.
Hey! You bought that from me. Get back here. That's my brownie.
You lied to me about a runny egg. You add black pepper, knowing I can't have that. Then you add vinegar.
I made the egg for me. I said technically there was an egg ready. You didn't say you wanted me to make a separate egg.
I said if the egg was runny. Obviously the egg wasn't runny.
The egg was runny. Like, look at this. Look.
Throw the lies.
I did not. It just cooked a little bit more.
If there isn't a risk of salmonella, I don't want it.
Get the brownie back. Oh, goodness. I see you ate the pork just fine, though. Guess I have more rice to finish now. What's she mad? I'm gonna finish this out of stream. And just spend her a box of liquid egg. Right. All right, everyone. Thank you for sticking around with me trying to get this take two. It does suck that that pork went bad, but
Lies.
the pork, that's not a lie, the pork went bad.
Your throat is though. This is all jokes, by the way. I'm not being serious. In case anybody thinks I am.
Oh, goodness. Technically, yolk was runny, but the moment it got introduced into the hot rice, it cooked more. And I knew it would do that. Anyways, I'm gonna call it here. I want to thank you guys for sticking around with me. I'm gonna turn the rest of that into cat food, is one of my cat treats to be specific, because of how salty it likely is. But I'm gonna let it cook for a little bit longer, just to be on the safe side. Cook anything out that could be an issue for the cats, which there shouldn't be. And then I'll cut that up into bite-sized little tiny pieces, and put it in a container for the kitties to have treats. And it'll be gone within a few days, to be honest. And I'll give them some tomorrow. I got cats inside, I got cats outside, so they'll go for really quickly. I wish you all peace of mind, serenity, body, and spirit, and harmony among others. Trying not to sneeze. Sorry about the going back and forth. It's like, if I go this way, it stops for a minute. I go that way, it stops for a minute. Wish you all peace of mind, serenity, body, and spirit, and harmony among others. Remember, take it one breath, one step, one day at a time, until the winds blow your sails our way again. Have an Acme day. Have an Acme day as Sparkle Villain. Have an Acme day. We retroactively be built to your account. Have an Acme day. and remember, have an Acme day simply means to have the best day you possibly can have. Bye now.